And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another special episode of the Simply Awesome Podcast, man. We're back. I guess it's episode number 5, season 2.
Yes, sir.
And of course, it's me, Lemmy Leem, hashtag Poppy. Of course, my co-host, Royal.
Yes, sir. Royal Stag in the building. Let's get it.
And our 4th, 5th time, 7, I mean, who cares? How many numbers? The one and only Miss Patty Mayo has joined us.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, love?
Hey, y'all. It's me, OG Pretty Mayonnaise.
Uh-oh, she got the mayo in the background. Uh-oh, she making money. She making money.
Not check, but it's here for inspiration.
Yes, it's a very nice banner, Mayo.
Thanks.
Oh my God, how's everybody feeling?
Good.
Just good.
I'm happy. This is my Friday, so I'm in a good mood. Poppy is chilling somewhere, so she's not going to interrupt the podcast. But so we're having a good Thursday night.
Okay.
That's
man.
good. That's good to hear. Good to hear.
How you feeling, Roy?
I'm feeling good, close. Blessed and highly vaccinated, staying safe in these COVID streets. I ain't caught it yet. I don't plan to catch it either. I'm wearing my mask. I'm got my hand sanitizer on deck. I just went out today to get something real quick. Had a mask on, had a hand sanitizer on deck. Waiting on my damn COVID test from these from the mail, whatever. Still ain't got that.
Yeah, they lied to us, man. That's
they lied. They still shipped them out. I haven't got mine out. They're on the way. They're on the way.
They sent me like 3 months ago.
They sent me an email saying they're on the way. So they're on the way.
It's faster to just go.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. How you doing, co-host? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Still in my youth for another month until I turn the big 30. But
yeah,
you about to be 30.
Yeah,
unfortunately, man.
Let's go.
I'm not trying to be as dirty as Royal, but you know what I'm saying. Nice and clean 30.
Yeah, that's what you doing for your birthday. You didn't even invite me nowhere.
I don't even know what I'm doing for my birthday. Probably not much of anything.
It's 30. You got to do something.
It's 30. But at the same time, I don't know. Ever since COVID, things just not quite the same.
I mean, you don't gotta go outside. You could take a trip or something by yourself.
I think I'm gonna take a trip probably like a few months from now, maybe like April or May-ish. But I think for my 30th, I just want to do something fun on the weekend because my birthday lands on like a Tuesday. So I'll probably just have like dinner or something like that. So I think
Tuesday is my favorite day of the week. When your birthday is, I'll put it in your context.
Oh, yeah. It's March the 8th.
Okay. I don't remember that.
So I'll be telling this on a public platform. I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, because we need to know your birthday. My birthday is June the 9th, and I'm going to be 32. So, nice. We're literally 3 months apart.
Yes. And Royal, he's turning 51.
I'm turning 138. Let's get it right. 138, baby. Let's get it right.
Oh yeah, we round up, so that's 140.
Round up.
Don't add age to me. I know what exactly that would be. 138.
Hey man, the gray hairs tell themselves, man.
Hey man, I look good. I look good to be this old.
Yeah,
I mean, at least that's what your baby mother say. So I mean, I might disagree with.
Oh, you funny.
Oh my God. All right, let's get into some topics, man.
All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into our kind of movies real quick. For those of y'all that don't know, R. Kelly has got extension, has caught COVID in jail. Again, we knew that was a possibility. It was a highly probable outcome of him being in jail with close to people. As a result of that, he has not been released from jail, like some people have been saying. He's not been released from jail. He has got an extension on his window to appeal his conviction in New York. He has a 2-week extension, so I think he has to file by the 17th of this month. And he's fired his current legal team. And I don't know how, I think it's just like 3rd or 4th legal team right here. And of course, he has the right to exhaust every appeal and every maneuver he can do because it's his right to do it. And again, but he's still going down. It's not gonna change anything.
He still got money to hire lawyers.
That nigga is broke. They out here on a whim,
Jeez.
hoping and praying that he beat this. Nigga,
Well,
you ain't beating this. You've been doing this since before we was born.
Well, he know a lot of people that can help him monetarily, so that shouldn't be a.
Oh yeah, I forgot he got his own beehive.
Well, wasn't that one shorty who gave him $100,000 to post his bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he did nothing for it. He was like, "Thank you," and
not including the people who can snitch on and say, "Hey, yo, I need some money real quick." You know, I don't want to say that, but you know, they ask me about people, but I can just say your name real quick. But I need that money real quick. You know, he could do that, but it is what it is. Again, we don't condone this man. He's a great musician. We don't condone his actions in any forms. It's disgusting, hateful. He's going to stay in jail. Hopefully,
man. Don't drop the soap.
He probably in there loving it and getting dropped on purpose. I don't put a piss.
Hey, yo,
that's probably why he got COVID, huh? He was dropping.
That's exactly why he got COVID. Because ain't you supposed to be in solitaire? Like,
no.
What you doing?
General Pop having fun with him.
Somebody turn him out. So.
Allegedly, we don't know that for sure.
Allegedly.
We don't want no slander charges. We don't want to be like Tasha K. That cease and desist. No. That is a legend. That's not a fact. That's a legend.
His freak ass ain't been not having sex. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Again, allegedly. We don't know. Allegedly.
We don't know.
All right, sticking on celebrity news, we have a victory for Cardi B. She has won her case against the vlogger, and overall gossip artist Tasha K. For those of you that don't know, Tasha K is a well-known blogger within the gossip and I guess T space on YouTube and Twitter and such. Again, I don't follow these spaces. That's not my lane. But I follow the story because that's where the story taking us. She's a well-known blogger, giving out all the gossip, I guess, on these celebrities. Like 3-4 years ago, she gave information about Cardi B that was patently false. And Cardi B and her team sent a letter saying cease and desist for making these false allegations against me. There's no proof of this. These are blatantly, patently false. I will sue you for it if you do not stop. The woman said, fuck that shit. I will do what the fuck I want. I'll report what the hell I want, whether it's real or not. Again, that's why we have to say allegedly with these things because we don't know if these are patently true or not. We don't have proof. Again, the statements this woman made was patently false and proven to be false. And so Cardi B actually came through with her promise to sue her. She was sued. She has lost a settlement. I think she has to pay an overall $4 million to Cardi B. I think it's $1 million in damages, plus her lawyer fees, other compensatory fees, and other things like that. Overall, I think the total up to $4 million and all. I think it's very well deserved. It should teach people that if you cannot substantiate these claims, do not make them. But if you are making them, say allegedly because you don't want these people coming after you for information and pursuing these suits. And if you're gonna cease and desist, if there's a real actual cease and desist, please desist doing it.
Or
what do you know what I'm saying?
Or you're gonna stand on your lie, you better have the money to back it up.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how this lady got this much money. I feel like she's not gonna get.
Again, I don't know if she has that money, but I know she's popular in that space. Again, that's not a space I'm into. I don't know nothing about that world.
I'm not either.
I'm not into a space where I gotta pay up $6 million for a lie. I'm not into that space. That's not for me.
Listen, if I got $4 million, I'm not risking that by throwing out stuff. If I got cease and desist, I'm saying, hey, that's enough of that. Let me switch to something else. Because I got.
But like, how much money did you make from telling that lie? Like,
I don't know. Apparently, it was multiple lies.
If she made $10 million off of it, and she only got to give Cardi B 4, that ain't really a loss.
Shit, $4 million lost over the house money you got. I'm a damn old billionaire. I'm a billionaire. $4 goddamn million.
I made 10 off of that.
Okay,
Patty,
everything is hypothetical.
All right, Patty, let's say this. Let's say hypothetically, she did make that 10 million. 5 of that is going to taxes. Government take that off top. If it's not 5, it's 4.5. So you might as well just say 5%. I mean, half of it.
5 million.
5 million. 5 million. 5 million going. Then you gotta figure out what you're going to do, like how you might have to pay your lawyers and everything else and financial advisor, shit like that, to make sure you have your money straight. Without you losing maybe tens of thousands to maybe 100,000, depending on how much you spend on that shit. Then you got bills, you got insurance, you got other shit you got to pay out. So the money is going to go down and down and down. It's not going to stay up. Then you might invest some. You might say, I want to pay this up. Might want to do this and that. That 5 million going.
Yeah, definitely splurged it.
That's not splurge. That's just on regular shit. Like if you just sit there, you like, oh, I gotta pay for this, I gotta do that,
and she splurged.
Oh yeah, and she splurged.
When you get that much money, you gonna just
you splurge. So yeah. Again, please, people, if someone's saying do not cease and desist, do not go forward with whatever plan you're doing. But make sure it's a legitimate cease and desist, because people will send out false ones. Make sure that's come from a reputable lawyer's office, a reputable attorney, and it's actually real.
Make sure you got your sources and all your ducks lined in a row whenever you come up with, such crazy allegations and just information that could be damaging to somebody else's character, man. Like you can't be all the way in left field giving out information to the public that's not even true. And
I just be wanting to know people reason why. I know y'all seen the gif of Cardi B screaming. What was the reason?
What was the reason?
What was the reason?
I
like
love
that's
that.
been
I
my
love
gift.
That shit. That's hilarious.
Like
that is hilarious.
What was the reason?
It'd be people's egos, man. It'd be people's egos. They be so
like you don't even know me. You just wanted to be like. And this was at the beginning of her career. Like, what?
It's all about ego and being the first, to
just say you hate strippers and go ahead.
Yeah, man. It could be that.
That's who Cardi should have been beating
that
up.
hate and envy as well. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm proud of Cardi because she really could have beat that lady up, and she matured so much that she decided to sue, and it showed improved.
You gotta hit her where it hurts.
Well, we don't need Cardi to beat anybody up because she don't want to have a Nicki situation where, remember, a little while ago, Nicki the strippers was popping off on her. She had them she had their ass allegedly beat outside the club one time. And it wasn't proven, but allegedly she had their ass beat, and they got silent off that shit. So yeah, we don't need Cardi doing nothing, nobody. Cardi just stay her ass in a safe space.
But she not though. She in a good. She not that Cardi from.
She has way too much
5 years ago.
Too many things to lose. You know what I'm saying? She got way too much to lose. And I think that all artists and celebrities should just learn to really stay in their own lane, or you will pay.
Hire a lawyer.
I mean, you will pay.
You will win.
Okay, we're going to do this crazy. We're going to hop over this crazy as a mother right now. For those of y'all that don't know, there's a winter storm hitting Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, basically the Midwest and South. Most of the people didn't believe it was happening, but it is going crazy right now. Like Texas getting a lot of stuff. Like these people having power outages and shit like that. Hopefully, the Texas power company don't do that bullshit and get charged with like $10,000 their power was out and shit, like they did last time. That happened.
Yeah, that last winter storm was crazy.
We're gonna see. Hopefully, we're gonna pray with the people because people are sitting there in the cold, freezing. Hopefully, they don't die from because that you can die from being cold. So hopefully, these people are bundling up. They don't have power, just wearing all the clothes and wearing black clothes to get somewhere safe. If they can actually get on the roads and get somewhere that does have power.
I can imagine that it's very difficult living in these, areas where, typically see, snow, every few, year, often, every year. You know what I'm saying? You probably see it like maybe once out of the season, the seasonal change, like.
Yeah, some of these places only get like a sprinkler every couple of years. And that's it. Like they get maybe 2-3 inches. That's
so I
it.
guess they don't really invest in salt and preparing the roads and things
they
like
don't.
If it's not available to, if it's not like something that's going, it's going to happen, why would you invest in it? It's like being in California saying, "Hey, let me get some snow, salt, and some shovels real quick." Like you're not going to see that
Texas should have been getting some salt though, because Texas is the kind of state like they'll get ice but not snow. Like y'all know y'all need salt.
Yeah, but that's not a common.
It's not a common
occurrence. Like we know we're getting snow. For them, they might see a dusting of it every couple of years. Like they maybe get 2, 3, maybe 4 inches. Like, all right, that was it. That's it for a couple of years, and we got worried about it.
That'd be crazy. Them 4 inches be really fucking them up.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Texas don't get snow; it get ice. Like ice is worse. Y'all need goddamn salt for ice.
Ice is worse anywhere.
Y'all
ice is worse anywhere. But even just with the snow, it's what I'm saying, they're not prepared. It's going to be difficult for.
It's like Georgia gets snow. Georgia gets snow, but it isn't like that. Like we get snow, like or somewhere up north, more northern than us getting snow. Like we're used to the snow, but they aren't. Or somewhere like Colorado, where you know you get snow. If you know you're not going to get it like that, why prepare for it? But again, you're prepared at all times. But yeah.
I know the government is out here fucking with the weather. They probably doing it in Texas. They need to get on their shit.
They better get on Amazon and buy one of those little snow joints. Shovel the snow for you.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about the monkeys that escaped from that damn truck 2 weeks ago. The outbreak monkeys. One lady said she got sick from being in contact with the monkeys. Everybody else didn't, allegedly. They found the last monkey apparently. I remember they was looking for that food. It's like, oh, where the monkey at? Where the monkey at? Where the monkey
it is coming to my memory now about the monkeys that they were supposed to be taking them to somewhere to experiment one day.
Yeah,
I was happy that they broke free.
Oh, hell no. What?
No. Yes, because they was looking scared.
Catch them.
They didn't make it to the lab.
Yeah, they need to go to the lab. They should have stayed in the lab.
They about to be some super.
They didn't make monkeys. It. They never got to the place.
Yeah, I know. Because the truck. I guess.
Yeah, the truck
emptied out and they fell out and they fucking running this shit.
That remind me of the
I'll be scared, boy. I'll be scared as shit.
Don't you remember the super monkey that was in Dexter's laboratory?
Oh, they told the spy monkey.
Yeah, that remind me of. It becomes Super Saiyan.
Monkeys were so scared.
But I'll be scared about the person. You know how strong that monkey is? A monkey like 4 times as strong.
They was like this big.
I don't give a damn how many. They strong as shit. They can lift more than me.
Them little baby monkeys were scared for their lives, and they got taken out of their safe home in the jungle and was getting shipped up. So
they were trying to get their Madagascar on.
Whoa. We don't know if they were born. They might have been born in captivity.
They weren't born in captivity.
Look, I don't believe it. I think the monkeys was free, and people tried to capture them.
Bubbles was trying to
experiment on them, and they broke out.
Bubbles was trying to get loose.
Let the monkeys just go back to the lab or whatever, or some of the habitat or something, whatever. Just keep them off the streets. The monkeys do not belong on the streets.
I don't know. They will fuck your face up.
They belong in the home. They don't belong in nobody else.
Whoa. Did you say in the home?
In their home.
Oh, I want to say, hold on. What do you mean, the home?
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
They belong in their home.
Yeah, in their home. Yeah. Let
Michael Jackson.
Not nobody's office and getting experiments. They probably was going to inject them with COVID.
Put them back in their habitat, man. Put them back
with extra COVID. That's what they was about to do.
Well, that explains all the mutations and the strands.
Exactly. The first monkey, whatever it was, already got away with the first tube of COVID that they made on accident.
This is about to be the OG triple mayo strand coming up.
Oh, hell no.
Nah, don't.
No. We don't play about that, bro. The only strand she needs is that strand of herb. That's the only strand she needs. And then she got to get licensed for that. She the license and all the trademarks on that.
I'm going to just make a lip gloss and some hoodies instead.
Oh, that worked. That worked also.
That worked.
Let's talk on it said
Mayo Zaza.
and it said news right now. We have the we mourn the passing of former Miss USA, Chesley Christ. I hope I pronounced that right. She committed suicide and dropped from her building, and that's very sad to see.
It's not funny, y'all, but I'm high right now.
Lady gone.
I'm sorry.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You really never know what people are going through, mentally, or what type of space that they're really in to, commit suicide. I know everybody experienced at one point or another, some type of mental health problem, and even the little things can just set some people over the edge, literally and figuratively, I guess. But what we can draw from this is just to be mindful of your mental health capacity, and seek help, talk, do whatever you can to get some type of assistance, because your life is just as valuable as everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, tragedies like this happens to where we have to draw back from, to where we got to use those as moments to deter people from doing things that they shouldn't do. But it's a sad situation. Prayers to her and her family.
Yeah, condolences, man.
I hate to sound ignorant, but I still want to know why. Because I don't like when people jump off of stuff. Because I want to know who did something to her.
Well, we'll never know what pushed her to that point. We'll never actually know what emotions she was feeling. Well, I'm pretty sure she hit it well, because it was a shock to everyone around her, apparently.
Right.
And maybe she just didn't think she was strong enough to seek help. Again, if you're going through something and you feel that it's not, the world is against you and it's not enough, please seek help. Please seek professional help from someone that can actually help you with your breakdown or what you're going through, because it's not worth it to leave your friends and family in such a destroyed state, because you're in a down moment at that point, or you don't feel like you're worth it at that point when you're meeting so much of other people around you. Don't deprive them of your life because you don't feel you're worthy of it at that point.
And get help early. Don't wait. Most people wait till they already snapped and stuff, and then it's you can't get help at that point. It's hard. First of all, it's hard as shit to get help. Everybody be like, get help. The shit is hard. So try to get it before you need it. Yeah. I don't care if you have a good ass 6 years. That's
try it before you reach your breaking point. Try it before you reach your breaking point, because
try to express that people really need to get into self-love, and really knowing yourself and loving yourself, and knowing that taking care of yourself is what essentially going to make the world go around. Because if you're not doing well, that negative energy impacts others. So it's best to really make sure you get yourself in order, and really care about yourself, because that's going to impact your community, and it's going to impact the world. Because that positive energy that you give off, it's going to that energy is going to transcend.
Yes, I know all the other misses of the universes are probably still devastated right now. And we need those girls. I didn't know nothing about Miss America, but I love hearing about it. Y'all out here trying to be perfect. I mean, Beyonce did write a whole song about that, but I ain't gonna get into it right now. Pretty hurts, so... Man. But God bless them all.
Yes. We're gonna get into some political stuff right now. And for those of you that don't know, President Biden has announced that an ISIS leader has been taken out this morning in the U.S. raid in Syria, the compound.
Biden, I don't want to hear nothing unless it's about the Bucks.
There's a top leader of ISIS that was taken down. It's a major blow for the war terror, allegedly. Again, I don't know what the power structure is for ISIS, but apparently this is a major guy. Is a big person in that field, and he got taken out.
Well, that's awesome.
Y'all send us some more money.
Send us some more money, and
hopefully this makes an impact in the affected areas where ISIS is taking over. Right. Again, like where they're taking over the government or hold governmental power by coercing people or threatening them. Hopefully this will make an impact, and it's not just a power vacuum that gets sucked up by the next guy line.
Yeah, these
on a serious tip though, I'm happy for that because
those guys are extremely dangerous. They're they're a threat to the entire United Nations. So any type of win we get against them is gonna be 10 times great.
Right to their own damn people.
People, but a threat to
and again, it's
world domination.
And again, right. we're not trying to sequester a certain group of people. We're just saying that Zionist ideology overall is bad. It's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying, this group bad because, ISIS is technically bad because they're doing terroristic things and they're making terrorist threats and they're actually blowing people up and stuff. But Zionist ideology is bad overall. You shouldn't be blindly doing anything. You shouldn't just be following people blindly in any type of way. You should be able to think for yourself and not let people twist up the words of whether it's your religion or your religious book or make you think their way, have you in an extremely upset state by that. That's not what you should want to be.
Yeah, man. It's all about, as we can see, it's all about control and world domination. I think that over these past few years that we're really seeing, that dichotomy, especially with presidents being assassinated and
there's been a lot of world presidents being assassinated. That's true.
It's an ever-shifting political landscape. You have to learn these players by.
Yeah,
something might be one thing one way, and the next thing another way. Think about the Middle East. How the Middle East was back in the 60s and 70s before we came over and trained them against the war against Russia. Secretly trained them because they were secretly trained by the CIA and other agencies from this country. This is all stuff that's been, of course, redacted, but released through the Public Information Act and all that. So this is nothing new, I'm saying.
There's nothing new we've seen, but hopefully that we can take care of these situations overseas and not anywhere near our borders over here. So prayers for everybody involved.
Yeah,
this is a huge victory.
Yeah, once they get here, it's up.
Hopefully our troops can remain safe and do his job firstly, unscathed.
I support the troops, not the wars.
Yeah, I support the troops. God support the troops. Oh yes, and other political news, we have the impending powder keg that is Russia versus Ukraine. The embassies are emptied. The U.S. embassies around there emptied out. Russia is doing military actions on the border, saying it's a drill. It's more close to the border of the Ukraine. It's just military drills or whatever. Ukraine is on high alert. Russia's on high alert. If Russia tries anything, they don't use any reason as a pretext to do anything. That's what we're seeing now. And it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. Then other countries gotta jump in because they're NATO, UN nation. So hopefully Russia keeps the hands to themselves, but it doesn't look likely that they will because they're posturing like, it can happen at any time. We might go over there. But hopefully the UN and NATO will actually be a deterrent for that. I know they form a USSR power, but we're big and bad. We actually have more of this with land and whatever. But the USSR been over since the 80s. Early 90s, like that's done with. Can't get their former glory back in Russia. This is a separate country now. They ain't coming back. Let them be. And again, weird. I hope anything doesn't pop off.
We're all this posturing, man. At a time like this, during a world pandemic. I think that something's usually gonna happen this year. And
man, war don't
I don't
stop.
think just with the disease. I think with actually, maybe potential bombings or a mass tragedy could possibly happen. Saying with all this posturing and all these countries they're gearing up for war, essentially.
Man, war don't stop for nobody.
War doesn't stop for anybody. Saying, and again, I just hope it doesn't happen, over here. But we all have to be prepared for anything. Um, Definitely exercise your right to bear arms, no matter where you are. If you can legally possess a firearm, I suggest you go about it as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because we never know what's going to happen one of these days when possibly grid be shut off, and saying it's every man for himself. So everybody just be aware and just stay protected at all times.
Okay, since this will be a NATO issue, whatever, the U.S. is deploying troops over Eastern Europe. The UK is getting prepared. Like everybody's like, look, if this shit pop off, we ready. Turkey said they go supply Ukraine with drones, and they also try to be a mediator with Russia. Of course, they try to put a damn false flag video out saying, "Oh, Ukraine attacked us" and some shit. Apparently, that's what they're allegedly doing over there in Moscow. It's not, but that's of course that's one of the plans, because they have these planning meetings. That's one of the alleged plans that could happen.
Again,
hopefully Russia backs down, man, and let that shit go.
Yeah, man.
I think everybody just needs to have a meeting, a nice dinner, and
try some extra mayo.
Talk this out.
Have some extra mayo, Zaza.
This shit don't never stop.
And again, this is the first time Russia has tried to gain traction into
Russia is
Ukraine.
always violating. Like
again, in 2014, they took Crimea and made that a Russian territory, the Crimean Peninsula, and took that over from the Ukraine. So technically, the Crimea is now Russia. It's now Russian territory.
These niggas don't stop.
And again, this will be a very terrible thing if this war breaks out, because we got to get it, the UK got to get it, everybody going to get hot in this shit. And then Russia probably will get China in a hot man. They got whatever Soviet nations a hot man. It's going to be real bad. It's going to be real bad. Hopefully, Russia could calm their jets, not do no bullshit, and get the fuck out the way, man.
Russia just different, because Russia is violence. They don't choose this shit. They are the shit. Like,
you're not wrong.
They about that drama.
Just relax.
Unfortunately, we about that drama too, but we're gonna be, somewhere in the crossfire.
All right.
I don't know. Pray for all parties involved.
Yeah, pray for all parties involved. Stop the war, man. Stop the war. Okay. Let's get into COVID news real quick. We have two stories. We talked about this pre-show real quick, but we have the guy that didn't want to accept the vaccine against heart transplants and effectively committed suicide because he didn't want to get the vaccine to get a life-saving heart transplant. And we have the young lady from Czechoslovakia, I think, or Czech Republic, that her son and husband caught COVID, and she wanted to catch it too to get the immunity pass. If once you have it, you actually have the immunity to it, whatever, you get like 60, 90 days pass without having to take the vaccine of it and to do big use of tour and shit. And so the lady caught it purposely and died a couple of days later from it. I'm like, that was a choice. I don't understand
like
it, but again, that was a choice.
Well, that was a choice, yeah.
Again.
So hold on, let's rewind. So you saying once you catch COVID, you have 60 to 90 days where you're immune from it?
Yeah, you
and then it starts over.
Start to get antibodies.
Start antibodies, and over there in Europe, You know, there's a difference. You don't have to technically be you don't have to be vaccinated. You either have to be vaccinated or have the what the fuck you call it? The antibodies in your system, and it starts the clock for 69 days. I guess you can tour, do whatever during that time, and then after that, yeah, I guess it starts over again, and we have to get vaccinated, something like that. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not over there, but that's allegedly what I heard.
That's what it
again,
is. If I get COVID, I'm not
getting
getting no vaccine. I still haven't got it, but
again, that's weird. But whatever.
It's real weird.
Personal choice.
I was just making that.
Again, I don't understand how you choose death like that, but hey, that's your choice. You wanted it.
She gotta be Russian.
No, with the risk though, I would never choose that shit. Again, that's just me. That's a choice she made. And it's sad because I saw her husband caught the shit, not knowing it was gonna catch it. She wanted to catch it on purpose and die from it.
Yeah,
the fucked up part is they
really
still
nuts.
Alive. They got grieved their wife and mother dying, and they're like, oh, it's like, oh, what kind
of real nuts that she wanted to get the COVID.
Wow, bro. Just because she want to get, she wanted to do the tour, didn't want to get vaccinated. And then the other guy, like, why would you? He's like, I came in this world clean, I'm a die clean. You just put that poison in. I'm like, so you would rather kill yourself? That's literally killing yourself by not getting the heart transplant you need.
Right.
They get a vaccine. Like the vaccine not gonna kill you.
It's not. It's really
not gonna kill you.
It's not gonna kill you.
Like again, there is a chance of death with all vaccines or all medications you take. There is a chance of death with everything you take. Again, but that's a super small number, and you have to have a specific condition and be genetically disposed to a certain thing to be able to die from this shit. And that's what most stuff. Like you can technically, and you're just not disposed to it. You could die from water touching you. You could die from drinking the water. You could die from taking an aspirin. Technically,
it's sad.
But the chances of it are so minute, and the cases are so low that it doesn't even factor in.
Yeah, it's not a lot of. I haven't heard about any deaths. I know more people that have caught COVID, like. And the most they say is their body hurts. And so when it first popped off to now, like it's very.
You just talking about personally, right?
Huh?
Personally, right?
Yeah, people I know personally.
Right.
Yeah. So it's the case. It's their symptoms are very mild. It's not as extreme as when it first 2019, 2020, and people was damn near dying. So yeah, getting a vaccine is not going to kill you. But catching it might not kill you either, but still.
And again, that was a personal choice. I don't totally agree with it. I want to live. I'm like, okay, I understand. Right. I believe strongly in this, but I would rather live and lose my convictions than die and stay strong about convictions that's gonna kill me. But hey, that's just me.
So she wanted to catch COVID instead of getting the vaccine?
Yeah, the lady did, but the dude said he didn't want to take the vaccine but he needed the vaccine to get the life-saving heart transplant.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would rather stay alive
and get the heart.
I'm like,
at the end of the day, you're just trying to figure out a way to stay alive.
I'm like, let me survive this. Like, if I feel that strong, I'm not gonna like. If you feel that strongly, get the vaccine, get the heart transplant, and then don't get the booster shot, get no other shots after that. If you feel that strongly, get this, stay alive.
He made it. He made it so like his only choices was death or death.
Yeah.
For all of that, and then for all of that, like if your heart. You're already getting all of this shit pumped into you to stay alive because you
don't
need a
even know who was getting pumped inside.
So you're already in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like and it's not like you're at home. Just
no. And again, that's not a choice I would make. But hey, that was his personal choice. Good luck to him. I'm glad. I hope he enjoys his life.
What's the color of these people? But I don't need to know the color.
You know who it is. We ain't gotta say it.
Hold on, you said good luck to him, and he did.
Yeah, good luck to the afterlife. You know the color of my shirt? 8.5 by 11s. Come on now.
I mean,
you know it. We ain't gotta say it. We ain't gotta say it. You already know.
We ain't never gotta say it because it just don't make sense. I told you how my world is. My world is black as hell. So when shit don't make sense, I just know it's not black. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So yeah, the logic is not logicking.
Okay, let's get into a couple things in sport news real quick. First thing we're gonna go about is the GOAT retired, bro. Tom Brady.
Man, Tom Brady, the legend.
Again, I
He
don't care.
retired.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't like the man. I don't care if you hated every team he was on. You cannot disrespect the man's talent. The man was talented as hell.
Period.
He was he's one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen.
No. He is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen.
Everybody don't agree with that. That's one.
No. Everybody.
The numbers don't lie.
The numbers do not lie. Again, I'm not taking away his compliments, but somebody might say, "Hey, this guy's better. This guy's better." Most people will say, not everyone. Most people, but not everyone. Again, but again, one of the greatest football players to ever live, arguably the greatest quarterback to ever live. Again, that's an argument for people that won't get into it. I'm not getting into it. He's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen. But again, that's just me. One of the most winningest quarterbacks we've ever seen. And we know he can do it outside of the Patriot system because he did it in Tampa Bay. People say, "Oh, he can't do it. He came back and did that shit.
Man, throwing the deflated balls left and right for touchdowns.
The man was talented as hell. Again, if I was him, I would never took no damn pay cuts. I'm like, I need all my damn money. Fuck you.
But that's swag though. He could take pay cuts because his wife was making.
But that's saying you really love the game, like.
Again,
he is married to the richest supermodel too. So that shit.
I'm not saying you don't love the game, but I need all my money. Ain't no fucking family discounts. Ain't no love discounts. I need every goddamn dollar. Fuck a discount. I would need every goddamn dollar.
You got to pay me.
Couldn't be me. Could not be me. I'm really mad. I'd be like, boy, wasn't gonna pick up? Like, damn sure won't. And I never will.
But that's probably why he retired too. He was like, I ain't taking no more.
Nah, he retired because
he was getting spare pay, but I think he was done with the game.
He wants to spend time with his family. I
personally think he was done with the game. Like he could have came back for another year or two if he wanted to, because the man trains, he has his own routine. He know where his body is, know how much he can mentally take. I personally feel he was done with the game. He said, if I don't get this year, I'm done with the game. I abused my body. I did everything I could possibly do. What more do I have to prove? I'm done.
He was like, man, I'm at 7 rings. Man, for somebody to even come close, they gotta get to at least 3 just to even think about something. He like
the family thing is
I'm
cool,
good.
but
I'm good. You gotta leave out on top, leave out in good health.
Yeah,
he still was one of the top passer leaders. And he might even win the MVP for the season.
Well, we'll see.
That's the craziness. I mean, what a hell of a career, leaving out on top.
Hell of a career.
I mean, I hate Tom Brady, man, but you gotta love the guy, man.
Oh,
exactly. He's undeniable. No, I hate him too, but he's undeniable.
I don't hate the man. I don't like aspects. I don't like certain shit about him. I can't say I hate him. I hate the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, everything they stand for. I hate them motherfuckers. I hate them with a passion. I don't hate Tom. I just like Tom a lot. I don't hate him.
Again,
I respect the hate. It's just back.
He's
you never know. Tom might decide, if we get in the playoffs next year, like, hey, can I play? Type of scenario. You never know.
He could come out of retirement like, hey, I'm back, man. See.
Well, that's always dope, though, when you can leave from the game on your own terms. Well, taking major damage, a whole bunch of injuries. You can just say, you know what, I'm done.
Right.
Well, we don't.
He did it smart.
Yeah. Well, he didn't take any major physical damage. Yeah, we can say that. We don't know if he actually took any major damage yet because we haven't seen when he was like outside of the game.
I mean, it was football.
Of course, you'll get your aches and pains. We don't know if he has long-lasting muscle damage or anything like that. We don't know.
First of all, he is goddamn football royalty.
I'm pretty sure
getting taken
all
care
these
of
NFL players got CTE. type of CTE. There's no case about it. But hopefully, from what I can tell, his is not severe. Well, I guess we don't know until he actually passes away.
Passed away, so we don't know.
But you know.
As far as major injuries, no, he hasn't broken anything crazy. He hasn't had any crazy thing happen to him. Thankfully.
Right. Thankfully.
And hopefully it stays that way for that next. You never know. You walk outside, something that ice, like, oh, fuck that. Oh. And you know what's fucked up? That was some wild shit that happened. Like, I said, my mom's time in the NFL, did this happen?
You know what we fucked up is that, like, he's gonna be in retirement, and then there's one day he just decides to go out for a jog or something. Next thing you know, he tears his Achilles.
Oh my God, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Also, bro, I forgot. Talk about baseball real quick. There was Barry Bonds' last chance to be on like the ballot for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I would just say the writers are haters. Fuck them motherfuckers. They hate me like a bitch.
Oh yes, they are, man. Because like they voted Big Papi, David Ortiz, shout out to him. I mean, but he was popped for taking steroids, but they voted for the Hall of Fame for first time.
Again, this is stuff we were talking about last time. How I don't know if this was a podcast or not. I think it was how we talked about the biases that these writers have. I know we talked about it outside the podcast, but I don't know if we did talk about it on the podcast.
Right.
We talked about the bias that a lot of these writers have. Well, I think we did talk about.
I think we talking about Antonio Brown. Yeah.
We talked about a little bit
in the Hall of Fame situation. Yeah.
But these writers have an axe to grind. They're very malicious and hateful. They're very spiteful for stuff that don't got nothing to do with shit. Like, oh, you cheated the game. Like, you never played the fuck game. I don't even tell me I cheated the game. You never played the inning. You didn't never throw a ball. You wasn't even a damn ball boy. How the fuck you gonna tell me I cheated the game? You're a fucking journalist. I understand you're close to the game, but you ain't got shit to do with the shit.
It's egregious to not have the home run king in the Hall of Fame and not to have the total hits leader in the Hall of Fame. It's egregious. So you don't have Barry Bonds.
You're like, oh, he did this and that. Like, y'all didn't catch him doing shit. Most of his shit is alleged.
Alleged, man. Well, allegedly he tested positive, but he was never suspended, so you never got suspended.
I'm about to say, if he was never suspended,
he was never suspended, so to me, it never happened.
And the fucked up thing is, people remember what's that dude's name? Jose Canseco, when they was snitching like a motherfucker. I was that guy was doing that shit. And was it different with Raphael? What the fuck is it? The different Orioles back in the day? Raphael Palmeiro, yeah. He was snitching too, like, oh yeah, they were doing this. I know this guy was doing it, and I was like, they didn't ask you that shit. They said, well, you doing this shit. He was like, yeah, and I know a doctor was giving it to him, and that guy. I know I got my shit from his guy, and that guy did it. And I'm like, oh, y'all snitching like that? They're not asking all this shit. They snitch
on themselves for no reason.
Y'all just, like, of course, Jose Canseco was doing that for his damn book.
Well, baseball is just so
fuck that right ass motherfucker, man. He shit, but no, these writers are assholes. These writers and reporters. These writers
are assholes and hold some type of morality, like they get fucking paid for this shit.
You're not the ethics committee. It's not up to you whose ethics and morals these people go by. Like, oh, he cheated this, he cheated that. Like, I was not suspended by the league.
I don't care.
I don't work more charges.
These records are still on the record books.
This is how you feel.
These records are still on the record books.
Like, when these people that actually got caught doing this shit, they have asterisks by that shit. That shit's out of the record books. This man's shit ain't never been touched.
What man's shit and why are they doing drugs?
No. Okay. We're talking about.
We're talking about players who allegedly.
Some who did, and some who
are being kept out of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
because they were the greatest because they took steroids, I guess.
And again, if I ain't been suspended for it, and they ain't never fired me or did that for me, they got nothing to do with nothing.
And the crazy thing is that they'll monetize the shit out of the steroids era, but then they want to condemn the players who took it and only select a few people who they like into the Hall of Fame who were also on steroids.
They ain't say
That's how
shit about
egregious
Mark
it is.
McGuire or white man Sammy Sosa. They ain't say shit about them.
It's sad, man. It's
Oh,
really
my
sad.
bad. Let me correct myself. My fault, Sammy Sosa. I mean Casper, the ghost, Sammy Sosa. Let me get that right.
He's gonna hunt you. You better be careful, Roy. He gonna hunt.
I'm alright. I don't believe in ghosts. I got the ghost ones for that.
You know him and Lil Kim go together, right?
Who?
Allegedly.
Not how they the ghost. I can't believe it.
Allegedly.
But no, ain't nobody say nothing about why the motherfuckers taking steroids.
I mean, they did. I mean, he's not in the Hall of Fame, but like, I mean, I think he's been years off the ballot.
Yeah, but nobody gave a fuck about it. Nobody gave a fuck about them openly doing that shit. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
I remember watching the
best.
whole
It was the best time of baseball, though. Where everybody.
It was. Them niggas was
juicing.
It was because I remember that.
I remember it was
baseball.
I remember that era.
Baseball. That's how you know it was the best.
I remember that was the best. That was the best steroid era because we had the home run derbies every fucking week with them motherfuckers, and the WWE was in the attitude era when niggas was using steroids all up and through there too. Yeah. Everybody had supposed to run through them steroids, and that shit, they did not give a fuck. As long as you hit that ball, you do that shit. We don't give a goddamn what you doing. Just get them seats filled. Get them seats goddamn filled. That's all they cared. But it was like, oh, these guys are throwing out the pump every damn hit. They're doing this. His batting average went up 200%. Where did it come from? Last year he was 185. This year he's 236. Where did that come from?
No, that's really some hating ass niggas.
Right. Niggas just couldn't get better. It got
these niggas, they literally didn't give a damn. Like saying, shit, keep it. I don't give a damn what you doing. Keep doing. Don't get them seats. Keep this money flowing. Like literally, you literally see nobody. Right, it was an open secret, and nobody gave a damn about it. But that was like, oh, the steroids ruined the game. They saw the pure history of this baseball game. How dare they?
In baseball for years, man. Spitball,
these motherfuckers,
a bunch of bullshit going in baseball, man.
Batting like Pete Rose, doing all this shit, and they're like, no, they selling the game. It's selling now. It's dirty.
What's silly about the game? Y'all niggas making multi-billion dollars. Who the fuck, like, nigga?
It's the purity of the sport. It's not pure anymore. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. And again, this is how these writers think. I'm not making this shit up. This is literally what they say. Ali, am I lying? Am I lying about what they literally say this shit?
That's what they say. and nobody, shit, we starting to watch soccer more than fucking baseball.
Soccer
be lit, here in the U.S.
Soccer do be lit though. It be low score like a motherfucker, but it be lit.
This is how it goes. It goes
now. Soccer
it's NFL. NFL is number one. NBA is right there. Is right there.
Yeah.
Then we're talking about in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, in America.
College football,
college basketball,
college football, college basketball. UFC is right there.
Hockey, soccer.
I will watch hockey.
Oh, I love watching hockey.
Before baseball.
I love watching hockey.
I don't know a single soul that
right now
hockey.
For me, baseball is just competing with boxing.
Baseball,
only watch boxing just for like 2 or 3 people.
Baseball is better to watch if you're actually there. Watching it on TV is garbage.
Yes. You'll only watch baseball at like the final inning, the final 3 innings at most.
I only watch the World Series or I watch the highlights on YouTube. I don't really watch baseball unless I'm there. And I'm not going to be there because, everything's going on. But yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, sometimes with baseball, it's so complicated. You need bats, you need gloves, stadiums, and the slower pace. When you go with basketball, it's just all you need is a basketball on the hoop. You know what I mean? I mean, football, of course.
I'm just saying, watching on TV is more than shit.
Hardcore game. Yeah,
that's why soccer is better.
Bring the juice back. Bring the juice back, and award these people who are taking the juice and who did it the best. That's how it should go.
Oh, the Olympics coming up. Did the Olympics start yet? I think it started today. It started today, right?
Then we had the Olympics.
No, the Winter Olympics started today.
Oh, okay.
Those Olympics were supposed to start. Those Olympics were supposed to start. They were a year off when it was supposed to start.
Oh yeah, because
that was only the 2020 Olympics.
So
this is when these Winter Olympics are technically supposed to start. Right, they started at the right time, 2022. The next Summer Olympics is 2024. Then we got the Winter Olympics 2026.
Yeah, COVID definitely.
It's like every 2 years.
Set the timeline. So, oh yeah, bro, I forgot. Brian Flores. Forgot.
We didn't forget that. We was about to get to it.
All right.
We ain't forgot it. I just want to drop the news about the Olympics starting today just because it's starting today. We ain't forgot nothing, bro. We ain't forgot nothing. Let's get into it. I'm gonna let you dig into it so you know more than me about it.
Right, Brian Flores, former Miami Dolphins head coach, former. Let's see, I think just Miami. Well, he was with Miami for 3 seasons. Black head coach. He's recently former black head coach. He recently filed a lawsuit against NFL and 3 former teams he was associated with, which was the Dolphins, I believe the Broncos, and was it the Texans?
I think wasn't it the Giants?
Or the Giants, yes, the Giants, Broncos. Who did I say first in the Dolphins?
The Dolphins.
Yes.
And he alleges that they had like unfair hiring process as far as the room rules concerned. There was some damaging text messages that had him. There was a conversation that he had with New England coach Bill Belichick, where Belichick reached out to him saying congratulations for getting the job. And Brian Flores he's in the process of trying to interviewing for the job for the Giants. So
I didn't get my interview yet. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? We haven't even had an interview. It's like, and then it was like, is that the right Brian?
My bad.
Oh, my bad. This is wrong, Brian. It turns out it's supposed to be a white Brian. I'm saying a guy that was
like a defensive coordinator or something.
Years ago, and apparently he got hired as the head coach 3 days later.
The white Brian?
Yes.
Mm.
So White Brian was hired a month before that shit even went there.
Meaning that the jig is up pretty much. Essentially, they were going to hire the white coach off rip before they were gonna, even though they were just going to interview Brian Flores just to have that room rule look like, hey, yeah, we interviewed the black guy, but they already made that decision.
What's it called? Y'all know the word. When they hire people because of their skin color.
Oh yeah, yes. You talking about supposed to be the token.
He was a token
black guy.
Black guy, yeah. He was a quota. He was a quota hire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people will say he was a affirmative action hire, but no, affirmative action was technically started for white women to actually get
That's
jobs.
what I was thinking. Affirmative action. My ass was about to say positive affirmation.
Oh my God.
And again, people get this wrong.
Definitely
affirmative action. You're black. You're the affirmative action hire. Affirmative action was for women to be able to get jobs because they were not being hired at a certain point. I know this stereotype.
And black people too.
I know, but it was mainly for women. I know black people and people of color are included in that, but affirmative action, because we fall into that, it was mainly for white women to actually get hired.
Right. For white women.
And also there was a lawsuit. Brian Flores alleges that his former owner, Stephen Ross, incentivized him for actually losing games at $100,000 a clip for a loss.
That's not about right. If you want to know what draft pick, that's not about right. You said, take this motherfucker, I need me another one draft pick.
And also, I want to say, what's his name?
That sound right. That sound right.
also trying to remember his name. Former Browns. He was a black head coach from Browns.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Once it comes to me, he alleges that the same thing happened from in Cleveland.
That's how about right.
To where essentially he was incentivized to lose games.
But they won the games anyway, so shit. It's not about
draft standings.
They wasn't winning games like that no way. So I say incentivize me.
And now, it's harder for him to get a job now because his record is so shitty because they had him tanking for season after season.
But didn't he take the pay? Nobody made him take that pay.
Well, we don't know if he took the pay. We don't know. He said there was an offer to him. We don't know if he actually accepted it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I can offer you something. We could still like if I offer, if I say,
but the offer should be in place.
If I say it's $100,000 every time you fuck up an assignment at work, and you don't take the offer, but you still fuck with them assignments.
That's your fault.
But the offer shouldn't be in place at all because that
because
I mean,
integrity of the league.
Morally speaking, but
you're fuck up
anyway.
I have integrity.
Fuck up anyway, get paid.
You're like, no, I have integrity. They're like, oh, you fuck because you kept fucking up on the job. Like, shit, I should take that money.
So essentially, what's happening is that they're fucking up. The reputations of these black head coaches as pretty much saying like they're unfit because of their records and that by them having these losing seasons as to where it makes them unhireable. So now, currently,
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Currently, there's only one black head coach in the league, and that's Coach Mike Tomlin for the Pittsburgh Steelers out of 32 teams.
Can I just say this? I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of them allowing these white coaches to fail upward. You are a shitty offensive coordinator. You a shitty defensive coordinator. You a shitty special teams coordinator. Then you a shitty head coach here, there, every goddamn way. Because you plugged in, you keep failing up.
That's true.
You keep failing up and keep getting chances and keep getting chances and keep losing and keep getting chances. But
all homeboys.
But a black coach will have a winning record like Flores. He had a winning record. One of the best records that Miami had in how long? A decade or some shit like that? Like, you didn't make no championship, but you were winning. You had a way better record than like a decade ago, and you still can't get a fucking job. You can't stay there.
And he's a capable head coach.
It's bullshit. And the reading rule is bullshit. We all know they skirt around that shit. The owners will make a false claim like, "Oh, we tried to hire this guy. He didn't accept the offer."
No, they make their choices already.
Yeah,
and then they'll just have this quote unquote hiring process. You know what I'm saying? Just to meet the quotas. They already know who they're going to select.
They'll say, "Oh, we interviewed this guy. We know what we're supposed to do." They're like, "Oh no, you already got the job, bro. You didn't even come to the interview. We already got you the job. But we got to interview these guys and make sure we actually doing what they say we gotta do. Knowing they're not going to actually let people that are qualified for the job actually get the job. They're like, no, it's my homeboy over here. I know him 15 years. He wants to step up to the big league. I'm gonna let him do it." And again, that's not saying that other coaches don't deserve the spot they got, but I'm saying that it should be a fair process. It's not a fair balance process. We've seen that it's not. We've seen these GMs and owners say, "Oh, well, this is my guy. This is my guy. I'm going to interview who I need to, but this is my guy."
Yeah, they have to be more accepting of black people and black people in these positions.
We need more actual people, more policy, more people that can actually affect policy within these organizations. Most of these upper staffs are white people, even though they are all qualified black people. I know it is because they don't look for the qualified black people for any of these positions.
The only thing about it, Royal, it's going to be very difficult because these owners aren't going to sell their teams to.
Of course they're not.
Of course, that's only to black people.
it's sad that we know that there's certain these rules. These are known facts. It's going to be, but you can't prove it. You can't think because Johnson said, "Oh, it's a grease for you to say that we're doing this." And the dude, like, I have Belichick shit saying congratulations on this shit. Like, I literally had the text. They're like, no, we don't know what that was about. We don't know nothing about that. They gonna say, "Oh, he might have been talking about anything right there." And we're like, he's like, bro, I know this was for the job. I was an interview before I hadn't even had an interview yet. They're like, no, we'll never do that. We interview all people fairly. We give everyone a fair process.
Hey, Ro, they said Bill Belichick updated his phone contacts. And he got white Brian and a black Brian.
they gonna let that man. They gonna sit that man out to dry. They gonna say, "Oh, Bill, you were drunk that night. You know what the fuck you were doing, brother." That guy Brian is lying. We don't do that. We're an upstanding football team. We never discriminate against anyone. We have fair and equal hiring practices. No, that's a load of shit. No, it's a load of shit.
Second grade.
I feel like they all dumb because you could have said anything.
Again, this is an open secret about the league that the Rudy Rule is a joke. The Rudy Rule is a fucking joke. They're not going to hire anybody. But you can be the best qualified coach to be there. You're not going to get the job. You already know you're not getting the job. And if you do, it's by some circumstance you slipped in the cracks. We know this.
Or it's just a tactic for like, hey, we need a few losing seasons, so we get this black guy a chance to mess it up, and then we'll have more ammunition to hire the coach that we want.
Yeah,
and,
but
you already gave us all the picks that we needed, and you know what I'm saying, you incentivize it for us, to cut ties and never have to go black again, right? Essentially, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, during them seasons, they don't say, "Hey, you get full reign like you do with the white coach." The white coach get full reign over this shit. Like, "Oh no, you gotta follow by this. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. We want this system in place. We want this scheme. We want this. We want that." And you get to pick this and that.
9 times out of 10.
And they don't get to bring over, like most white coaches get to bring over there, like, all right, this is my offensive coach, this is my defensive coach, this is my guy on this is my guy. Of course they gotta work for, but these are my guys. They gotta be somewhere in the system.
No, the black what happens?
Black coaches don't get that.
They get hired, and then the GM selects everything for them, and they're like, "Here you go, figure it out."
The black coaches don't get
none of people. Rarely do you get a few people that you want. Maybe you hire a few people on your staff, but like but those
are the assistants and stuff.
But the parts that's supposed to make it work, the players, they don't have full reign to choose the players that they need to in order to run that system correctly.
No.
So essentially, they're being sabotaged.
And again, you can't most of them don't have people in place. Like, think about all the white coaches you see come up from college or come from high school. Like, all right, I want to bring, this is my guy, I need them. I don't care if they're not the head, they got to be somewhere in my system. I need them somewhere wherever they know what I like. Most black coaches don't get to do that. They don't get to say, "Hey, this is my guy, bring him on in." They're like, "No, we got you, that's it."
Yeah, they accept, black people as the athletes, you know what I'm saying, but they in a position of power, whether it's GM or coach, they don't want that.
And again, it's nothing against these coaches, but I understand you can only do as much as you can do with the system, but it's really saying that you don't get the freedom of your counterparts. You don't get the actual range and reign to actually fail or be mediocre at the job that your counterparts do. Yeah, and it's sad because the counterparts get chance after chance after chance. Like, your counterpart can fail 3 times, go back there to college, sit out 2 seasons for the NFL, come back up again.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the teachers here in like Baltimore City, you know what I'm saying, working in these schools. Like, they don't have the proper, technology and resources to actually, teach kids, you know what I'm saying? So you already put somebody who could be, top notch in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to ask y'all, did they get the fucking HVAC fixed in the schools this year? I've been keeping track of how many years we don't get that shit.
You know that shit. You know the school had a half day oven because that shit was still fucked up. Like, come on, like, the shit is not fixed. Just the HVAC systems in the Baltimore City school system ain't been fixed since '85. Come on there.
So I think one of my
That's how I was
schools
going
still
homeschool.
don't have heat. I think one of my former schools still doesn't have heat. No,
They don't be having air either, so them kids just be in school for.
How do you blast the air in the winter, heat the summer?
Fam, let's see. I'm about to turn.
They don't need to bring space. They probably do got space.
They haven't had heat or air since 1997. Think about that.
This is exactly why I was private school.
No, and they constantly fixing these schools. They're constantly fixing these schools and nothing get fixed. That's what my stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, we're fixing this, we're fixing that school, we're doing this, and nothing gets fixed.
That's crazy, man. Frustration.
Let me see.
Let's go off. Hopefully something not as depressing.
Let me find two more things to wrap this up. Gamer news. Sony brought Bungie for like what 1.2 billion.
Shit.
1.2 billion, not million, billion.
Dang, man, what could you do for 1.2 billion? How would you spend that?
Look, if somebody give me 1.2 thousand, I can't even think about what I do with 1.2 billion. What? First, I'm gonna buy an island. I'm gonna fix my credit. Probably buy a hospital too.
You need credit, you got money. Yeah, I got 2 billion. You just buy it. I mean, you just swipe.
No, it's better to flex that credit because you don't have to come out of pocket and everything.
Oh yeah, don't come out of pocket now. You need all your coins.
Apparently, credit is just an American thing. So
credit started in the 80s, right? It literally starts like 89. Not credit cards, but reporting to the credit system, like reporting to Experian, transfer.
I hate that
shit didn't start to 89.
I'm never going to fix my credit now that you told me this information.
Of course, credit cards were around before that. Now, again, that's not to say you shouldn't have good credit. You need to have good credit. That's not to say you don't need it. I'm saying that the system that you actually check in with didn't actually start till 1989. That's ridiculous. Because before that, you just checked in with the bank or whoever was lending you the credit card. You didn't actually check in with like the credit consumer company.
Right.
Yeah. So
even checking with them ruins your credit.
Mind you, credit cards are a fairly new thing. Credit cards were around since I think the late 60s. And even then, no, they weren't around before that, but like I think women got like the 60s or some shit like that. Like they weren't around like a long ass time. They were around, but they're not that old.
And credit cards are basically the same age as our mothers.
Actually having credit has been around forever because you know about the barter system you would trade like that's way back. But credit card and stuff aren't that old. Credit cards I think have been around for let's see how long.
Credit cards have been around.
Let me check. We can check right now.
For as long as women can swipe them and continue to swipe them left and right. They're never gonna go away. They're gonna be like, cash at me. I need to get my hair done, my nails.
And men are going to make sure they have credit to pay for stuff for women. So there's that.
All right, credit cards came about in 1950.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they are literally a little bit older than our parents. Credit cards are
younger than my grandmother. I think my grandmother was born in, I want to say 44.
Credit cards are literally about maybe our parents or grandparents' age. Like that's literally when they started. Mm-hmm. It's, like I said, it's not that long ago. The credit report agencies came out 30 years ago. The credit cards have been out for what? 50 plus years, maybe?
Yeah, 1992.
That's not a long. That's literally not a long time.
Yeah, it's not a long time at all.
And again, before that was a barter system, and you have like. Before a credit card, you have like personal interest in whatever bank. Like, say you open a bank account. Again, if you were a white male back then, you open a bank account, you have personal credit with whatever bank you were with because you had a steady paying job, and they knew you had a job, and they knew you paycheck would be deposited there, or you would cash your check there. So you have a personal line of credit. Again, but there was no credit card. They were like, okay, you would get like I guess like a personal loan or like a housing loan, mortgage, all that shit. But there was no credit card before that.
Well, guess what, guys? Our credit's gonna be stored underneath our skin and the new microchip. You know what I'm saying?
That has been an option. I don't see that being a widely adapted option, but that it has been an option for like the last decade.
When you walk in a store, people going to see if your credit score is senior.
No. Ali, you talking about the RFID/NFC chips, right? The one that people have been having over in Europe and shit. They get the clubs and pay for shit and shit like that. They'll have it like here on their wrist or something. They'll be like, all right, or they have like right here, like, all right, dude, let you in the club or let you in the door and you pay for something like that. I don't see that being widely. People thought that would be a widely adapted technology. Again, a lot of people are squeamish about that. So I don't see that being widely used, but that is being adapted now. That has been slowly being adapted over the last decade, and it will be up and used. I don't see it being a widespread thing like a phone is or something like that. I don't see it being that widespread or that actually widely adapted. It is a thing, but it's a small percentage of the population that will actually do it.
I'll give it another 100 years.
Not to cut you off, Royal and Mayo. Hey, Royal, do you have a man bun?
No, I do not have a man bun. I have braids. I do not have a man bun.
Okay, I just couldn't tell.
No.
I thought.
No, I'm rocking the gangsters right now, Lee. I do not have the damn man. I have a man. Sorry, I'm not Kevin Gates out here with the man bun. No, I got a feather in my head. No.
You should come with the perm and the man bun. They had.
I will never get a perm. I will never have.
Don't get perm.
I got a hat for you, bro.
I will never have lie touch my hair, bro. The first time I grew my hair, I didn't even have a blow up, bro. I'm not letting none of that shit touch my hair.
I got the hat for you, man.
My hair's natural. My hair's natural. It's gonna stay natural, brother.
Mayo says she wants to see you on a perm. Ain't that right, Mayo?
No,
I will never get a perm. I'm not getting a perm. I'm not getting a silk press. The most I
do love a silk press.
I will never silk press my hair. Again, that's for whoever love it, but I will never do that to my hair. The most you'll ever see me do is maybe flat iron and shit. That's gonna be it. Or maybe hot comb it. That's it. That's it.
A silk press is like flat iron, but bougie. A silk and it's healthier. So don't flat iron your shit.
He a bougie nigga.
Go get a silk press.
Let me see. Let's see.
Rose said he's a bougie nigga.
I'm telling you.
I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Let's see. Silk press. Let's see. What is a silk press?
It's literally getting your hair flat iron, but with better oil.
Okay. All right. I thought it was with a chemical relaxer. It's without a chemical relaxer. Okay. Because apparently they did used to put a relaxer in your hair before at a certain point, but now they don't. So okay.
The silk press?
Yeah, that's what people were saying.
I'm glad I ain't never been there for that. I know y'all all this time I've been doing a podcast with y'all. My hair has been natural, but I get silk presses.
No, I've always seen ladies say they went to like a Dominican salon or something like that. They would actually put it in their hair when they did. I'm like, okay, I want that, but apparently they don't do that anymore. So I'm cool.
Yeah, they just use steam.
Okay.
And coconut oil.
All right, so apparently they changed the process. So okay, I might try that out one day. We'll see.
And a flat iron and a really good blow dryer.
We shall see.
It's called silk because it looked like silk.
I know what it looked like. But again, I kept hearing ladies say, "Oh, they put this in my hair when they did that. They did that in my hair." I'm like, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, silk press. I love silk press because that's basically nothing but naturalness. Just stretched your hair out.
All right. Let's do two more things. We can hop up on it. All right. One more is. Apparently, Nick Cannon got his 8th baby on the way.
Congratulations to Nick
Baby
Cannon,
number 8. Hey, congrats to that man.
This nigga said he's celibate. How?
Yeah, he celebrated that dick.
He celibate.
He celebrated that dick. He like, look, girl, he like, all give you $1, and I'm gonna dick you down real quick. You girl, sell the business dick real quick. But hold up. Again, congratulations on Nick on his 8th baby. Hopefully, again with his house problem, hopefully he makes it through and actually sees his child alive. I know he just lost one of his kids a little while ago.
Well, yeah, see, that's something that they were talking about, like him. They said it was kind of bad timing him presenting that news because the recent passing of his child.
How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me I'm grieving my child? You gonna tell me how to announce my new child? Like
I can't celebrate one. I can't
celebrate my child because my other child did. What the fuck?
Well, they were saying it's kind of disrespectful to the mother of the child of the recent.
I was just about to get into that because it's not. She thought she was going to be the favorite baby mother. First of all, you're like number 5. There's no way 7. You thought the girl that's pregnant now was pregnant when y'all son was born. There's no way you thought she was a favorite. This is fucking Nick Cannon. He's out here getting people pregnant for sport. We all know that. So,
and also, I didn't understand it from the standpoint that he lost the child too. I mean, it was
that was also his show. And it's not like he said, "Hey, I was just pop out with a kid." Like, no, he was dealing with these women at a similar time. And it's not like he hid in his baby mom. He's like, look, you know what the situation
exactly.
is. Like, I'm not dating you. We got whatever situation we got, and we're gonna have this baby, and it is what he don't lie to women. He don't lie to them. He tell them what it is, and they go along with it. And again,
Mariah was the only one.
Mariah was the only one.
Only one.
Come on, man. That's a dream. That was the one he said, I got a hand right. He locked that. He did what he did. Look, I mad him for that. I'm not mad.
You for a pretty good amount of time.
But anybody after Mariah,
they go better.
Yeah, and again, sometimes murders just don't work. Sometimes
they was together for a pretty good amount of time.
They made it work as long as they could, but again, sometimes it just don't work.
They was together for like 8 years or something like that.
Some shit like that. It was long for a good long time. But again, nothing against Nick, nothing against Baby Mama. Congratulations on his new child.
Yeah, congratulations.
Again, we know he has his health problems, so hopefully he makes it through.
I'm proud of
his life. I'm very proud of that Cannon.
Oh yeah, man, definitely a well-accomplished black man. I mean, he makes enough money to take care of all his kids.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And
that's all that matters.
He does a lot of charitable work, and
again, I know he got like 12 jobs, but he attempts to spend time with his children.
Right.
His children know who he is. They know about each other. They know he loves them.
And he does spend time with all them kids. Like, come on now.
And again, I'm not saying it's a lot of time, but
40 jobs.
The kids get their weekends. They're like, all right, this is dad weekend with you. This is dad weekend with you. He might have like, all right, I want all y'all here at this time. It's my dad weekend with this set of kids, this set of kids, or all of them. But he's getting time with children.
Look,
and that's basically living the black man dream. I'm proud of him.
And it's sad that people saying he isn't a present part in his children's life. His children know who he is. He spends time with children. Not, of course, you're spread there with 12 jobs and all his kids, but you actually spending time with your children. He's doing the best they can. And again, I know it's not the ideal situation for everyone.
Look, it's not
ideal for him, and he's making it work.
Works for him.
It's ideal for him and his situation because it's a lot of men out here that not able to provide for their children at all, or who's not even present in their child's life. So for him to be able to, financially take care of everybody, and even have the means to even get to them, saying, and set some type of time for them just in general, I think that's just a tremendous tremendous value.
Yes, it is. Let's get to the next thing. We got one more after that. We got Rihanna is pregnant by her boyfriend A$AP Rocky. I'm pretty sure all of y'all
prettiest nigga alive.
I know all of y'all have seen the A$AP Rocky meme with the baby. We got the permed hair. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the Drake meme talking about why couldn't it be me? The Chris Brown meme, talking about that was my baby back in the day. I know y'all seen all of that. It's hilarious. Again, leave that woman alone. Let her be happy with her baby. Y'all Navy fans, y'all never get that goddamn album. Stop asking her. Y'all ain't
Oh,
never
yeah,
get,
you'll
y'all
never
ain't
get another
never get
Rihanna
that
album.
shit. Y'all ain't never get that
I,
goddamn
You
album.
never
look,
get no.
I stopped asking. Now that she got a baby, we definitely not getting no
Yeah, you're not
album.
getting nothing.
And you know what's fucked up?
You
A
might
couple
get
months
a
ago, she
feature.
tweeted out because somebody tweeted out, "Oh, this the Rihanna pregnant again." She was like, "Y'all keep saying I've got that pregnant. Y'all ain't getting this damn album." Because the big girl was like, "She was like, I don't care if it's false or not. Can I get a baby shower invite?" Like I want to say like 3-4 months ago, and Rihanna was like, "Y'all want me pregnant every goddamn couple months?
Every
Hell no,
year,
hell no, you ain't getting no invite." And she's actually pregnant this time. But the last one was
which
technically
means the
true.
rumor
But we
was
know
true.
the rumor the last time was
The rumor was true.
But
I
we
told
didn't know.
this nigga Royal. Did I
But
tell you,
we
Royal?
didn't know. But
I
again,
didn't tell you, Royal.
But again,
I
they
knew
kept,
it was true.
but
I
again,
told
they
you,
kept
bro.
trying to make her
I
pregnant
told you, bro.
every couple months, like every 3 to 6 months, she was pregnant apparently. Or a lot. So I'm like, why y'all keep wanting this woman to be pregnant? Like, God, that's how I live my life. But,
Hey,
but a
Roy, I
lot,
was
She
right
need to
though,
give us a
Roy.
baby
I
since she's
told you
not
she
giving
was
us the
pregnant.
album.
but the last one was right. Was technically right. We didn't know at the
I
time.
told
But they
you.
weren't technically
I
right.
told
last
you,
time.
Roy.
You
I had the
did
foresight.
you did say that, Lee.
I had
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
foresight.
You did
Thank
say she was right the last time. I'm not gonna lie. You did say that.
Yeah, it's very,
But
it's
again,
very,
hopefully,
it's very
her.
unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? She out of these streets. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be my secondary wife.
But she been out the
But,
streets. Rocky been in her ass. Look,
yeah.
brother. I hope her and Rocky.
Rocky should be overseas right now.
I hope
And
her.
Rihanna's
I hope
supposed to
her
be
and
with
Rocky have a happy and healthy baby. Their relationship stays strong, whether they're together or not, and their baby comes out as a beautiful
The
child.
baby is going to be the most beautifulest thing in the world.
Again,
In all seriousness,
hopefully the baby
congrats
comes
to
out
ASAP
fine.
Rocky and Rihanna.
Yes, congrats to them.
Definitely.
Congrats to them. Again,
I know
I know Drake
everybody.
hurt. I know Drake hurt this shit.
Everybody's trying to
Drake is pissed, but it's okay because that's what he
Drake probably doesn't even really care. I think.
No,
Drake,
we know he cares.
Oh, he cares.
We know he cares.
Well, yeah. We about to get some fire music from Drake. Yeah, we about to get mad Rihanna.
Because Rihanna curved the shit out of that nigga. Like, no, nigga, you corny as fuck. I want this.
No, Rihanna broke up with him because he got a white porn star pregnant.
Yeah,
so now that she's pregnant and actually happy and in a relationship, he's
she can't be doing all that though.
Adonis was supposed to be her son.
Okay. Well, Drake was out here sneaking and geeking, doing what he was doing. Hey, you got that
sneaking and geeking. I'll see you out.
Yes.
But he learned his lesson. Now he got the hot sauce. You know what I'm saying?
He did learn his lesson.
The spicy
exactly why he got that
jalapeno hot sauce in the condom. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He learned
that
his
he
lesson.
could have just flushed, but he clearly had a point to prove because he knew the bitch he was with.
Look, she ain't gonna win that lawsuit, man. She ain't gonna win that lawsuit.
Not at all.
I don't think she's worth the 1.2 billion. I don't think she's worthy.
Let's do one last thing. That's controversial this last week. Let's get to it. There is drama over at Spotify. For those of y'all that don't know, Neil Young and a couple of older artists, N.E.I. and was it Joni Mitchell and a couple other artists have removed their music from Spotify or want to be removed because.
By the way, we love Spotify.
Again, they wanted to be removed because of Joe Rogan's anti-COVID misinformation and anti-vaccine information he is spreading over there. Again, they were talking about the whole ivermectin thing. Again, this is not including the sexist comments or anything else just because of the COVID misinformation or anything that was racially motivated he's ever said, but just about the COVID stuff. Again, this is for Neil Young and those other artists. Joe Rogan is the highest charting podcaster in the world right now. He's bringing Spotify mad money and not going to silence this man. He has free speech over there. Again, I would like him to stop with the misinformation over there, but again, I can't force him to change what his views or his rhetoric is. Again, do not take ivermectin unless it's prescribed to you for a doctor. Do not go to these farming warehouses and try to buy that shit. It is a parasitic dewormer. It's not a COVID cure or vaccine or anything like that. It will not help you with COVID. And again, is a parasitic dewormer, and the one that's prescribed for people is a lower dose and a different one than the one prescribed for horses and calves. And again, I know people like to say, "Oh, Joe Rogan took it." He said that's a different medicine, same name, lower dose, prescribed by a doctor, different. And again, I'm not down talking to anyone. I'm not trying to condescend to anyone. I'm just saying that people like to take people's words at face value and go do what they like to say because people are drinking bleach when the president said drink bleach to cure you of COVID. People were doing that. Damn, they kill themselves. So I have to break this down and say, do not take this. That's not what this is for. Again, I would like for him to change his rhetoric. I don't think anyone leaving Spotify will actually change anything because he brings so much money for them. Again, I do not agree with his rhetoric or COVID, but he has every right to say it. Again, I do not like misinformation or be ignorant on the subject. I understand ignorance can happen because you might not be well informed on the subject, or you might misspeak or misquote. As long as you can actually come back and objectively say, I was wrong, I misspoke, I might have had wrong information at this point. I would like to amend this or update this story. I have no problem with that. But objectively, giving misinformation is very patently wrong and dangerous as a journalist. And a podcast is someone in the entertainment field. And again, I don't have to agree with what he said, but I defend his right to say it. Your thoughts?
I definitely agree with that. I think Joe Rogan definitely has his right to his opinion and his viewpoint, and to have people with different contrasting views, on his podcast, on his platform. With that being said, he has a responsibility to essentially frame the discussions and conversations in a way that shows, okay, these are things that he sees are credible sources of helping people, and this is what science says, and this is me telling you from things from my perspective, but also having the disclaimer, hey, I'm not a doctor, or saying that I'm not a doctor, you should seek medical advice from actual physicians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, I'm not going against him having his opinion. You can have your opinion, but don't just give misinformation like, oh yeah, this is what I do, and say this is your personal opinion, not a medical fact. Do not act like you're giving out medical facts when it's your own personal experience,
right?
And you don't go back and say, hey, this is prescribed by my doctor. This is what this does. It's not for this. I know you think I said this. This is not what I said. I said I received this and I had COVID. Now this cures COVID. Now I took this for COVID. Is that I had this, my doctor prescribed me this for this thing, and I also had COVID. But people conflate and say, oh, use this for COVID. It's against COVID. Like, no, that's not what he said, but people conflating into that because those are the words that came out of his mouth.
Yes,
and again, you have to correct misinformation or disinformation. And
you have to understand the platform that he has is that he has that voice that just encourages or has people do things that are kind of out of character, and who have people who are somewhat impressionable, because he has millions and millions of
very let's see the other way. He has very impressionable followers. People that are. I'm sorry to say,
different walks of life.
These people are lemmings. They have no original thoughts in their head. I'm not trying to insult them, but most of them just regurgitate what someone else has said and do not have original thoughts for themselves, which is sad. And I'm sorry that his audience is so easily influenced and swayed. Again, people should think for themselves and actually research these things for themselves, but most people that are listening to these things do not. They do not want to do that. They don't think to do that, which you should do, because you should be taking medical advice from someone that's a comedian and commentator. And podcast is not a medical doctor in that specific field giving you medical. Again, he's not giving them medical advice, but they will take his personal experience as medical advice because they heard him say it.
Even aside from Joe Rogan, people with huge platforms in general, I think you have to be very cautious and aware of the things that you say and the information that you relate to your audience, because people nowadays are very impressible, and you have to treat everybody like they're children, literally.
Yeah, they're literally
children. You have to guide them in a direction of listening to things that I say on somewhat face value, but knowing uh knowing the facts and knowing um what does it say? It's like there's three sides to every story. Their side, your side, and the truth.
Truth, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to those three dimensions and the messages that you display, essentially.
And again, everyone that has a platform should respect their platform and take on the responsibility they have to give proper and cohesive and factual evidence and back up their statements. Again, I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, but if you're going to have an opinion on something like this, you should have to back it up with medical fact and differentiate your opinion and what you went from the facts and evidence of what is going on.
100%.
Like you said, you should say, not like we say, we are not doctors, we are not medical professionals. We can only give you our opinion and state the facts that we know are facts at this moment. If we have to come back and retract something or update information, we'll say, okay, this is information we misspoke, misquoted, we might have spoke out of turn at this point. Let's update this information. This is what really went on, and we will execute it. You should have journalistic integrity to do that.
Exactly.
Your thoughts,
even
man?
if you got tell your viewers, like, please do your own research.
Yes.
Do your own research. Seek your own medical advice that works the best for you and your situation.
Yes.
I think that's always the right answer. You can never go wrong for that. Mayo, what are your thoughts?
Trying not to have Poppy keep
It's okay, Poppy good.
Hey, Poppy.
But I feel like
start the show.
People use since the beginning of time, use people with public platforms and public identities as an excuse for them to be stupid. Don't use me or my platform as an excuse for you to do stupid shit. Like, then next thing you know, you suing me. Like, because, and it is, I feel like it is messed up that everybody has to have a disclaimer before they be public figures. Like, you could be famous in the blink of an eye just because you said something and everybody has access to it. And then next thing you know, you got a whole hate crowd because you decided to.
It's that slippery slope, you know what I'm saying, of celebrity and knowing how big you are. You know what I'm saying? You know, with great power that comes.
That's what I'm saying. You could become a celebrity and that wasn't even your intention because you got a bunch of dumbass people that, this is public information now, so I'm gonna be dumb. And no,
that's
it is a shame.
That's true.
Like, like Royal said, we all gotta give disclaimers and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
do you think the Spotify protest or the removal of this music will actually do anything? I personally don't feel that anything's gonna cancel or stop that bag. Joe Rogan's gonna stay Joe Rogan. Spotify's not gonna spend all that money and stop everything. I don't think they're gonna censor him. I think they're gonna say, hey, we can remove some episodes that don't actually allow this. We could censor.
They could actually cut him off, but
they spent too much money to do that. They spent too much money to do that.
If he's their biggest person, no.
It could technically hurt Spotify, essentially, with some of these artists leaving there. Because
these are huge artists.
These are huge artists.
These are huge artists, but they aren't. Most of them aren't current artists.
They're not current artists.
Aside from, of course, Neil Young has released stuff recently. Leon Reno has released stuff recently, but they aren't as big as what they were in their peak. And when I say like they aren't big, they are big, they aren't currently relevant artists. Let's say that they are big as a stardom, but they aren't currently as relevant as they were at a point.
True,
so I don't think it will affect them the way they think it will. But again, that's their right to remove their music from the platform. I don't. Again,
and there's all the other platforms. But even if they get rid of him altogether, he's still got other ways to make, like, having it's so many.
They're not going to. we've seen them remove a couple episodes because they didn't align with certain stuff. They technically, I think when it gets in terms of service, a couple episodes. So they were removed, but other than that, he has like 1,000 episodes, some shit like that up there.
Man,
so that's not going to stop anything. And again, I'm pretty sure he won't change the way he actually podcasts. We see, of course, we've seen what happened recently with the remarks he said recently. But again, that's his right to say what he has to say. But again, hopefully, he actually puts some thoughts into the responsibility.
As long as he's not putting people in actual harm.
Yeah, no. The people again, the people that are doing this have no brain. But again, he has a responsibility to actually say, okay, differentiate between facts and his facts and his opinion.
Why?
Yeah. All right, man.
Why?
Yeah. I think ultimately things are going to change in some type of capacity with those big entities leaving Spotify. But however, I think Spotify has enough young talent, especially in the music world, to where as though it won't really make that much of a difference. And of course, Joe Rogan has a big platform. People always want to tune in. Things that he want. They want to hear things that he has to say, essentially. So it's a big deal, but I think it'll die down. And Spotify.
I just think it's a big talking point. I don't think anything will actually happen. It's big to talk about, or big to be on like Instagram, or Twitter about, or Facebook, but it won't actually affect their numbers unless it start affecting the actual ads or anything like that. I don't see advertisers stopping advertising on Spotify because of this.
100%, man. Anything else, Royal?
Not right now, because I think we need to wrap it up. We've been going on for a while now. We can get to a company.
Yeah, they ain't shut us down this time. We usually get shut down off of Zoom.
We got to tap into something next week. We want to tap back into the metaverse and some stuff that's going on with that next week, because it's some big stuff happening. We had to talk about that next week.
Yes, sir, man. All right. Well, this has been an extraordinary episode of the Simply Awesome Podcast. Yes. I would like to thank our special guest and longtime guest, Ms. Patty Mayo.
Thank you for joining us again,
our another little special guest, Poppy.
I love listening to y'all talk about the news that I don't watch.
Thank you for joining us, Poppy.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you to the international audience.
She ain't paying nobody attention.
Thank you to the U.S. Space Station. Oh yes, we thank y'all. We hear y'all.
Shout out to NASA.
Yeah, shout out to NASA. Oh, shout out to
Spotify.
Shout out to Space. Shout out to SpaceX.
Shout out to Anchor.
Shout out to SpaceX for satellites going out next week. Oh yeah, we ain't paying about y'all. Oh yeah, we know. Back connection for everybody. Starlink coming up there soon. Yes. Yeah. This has been a great episode of the podcast. Thank y'all for listening. We out.
Deuces.